Hello and welcome to Patched. I'm your host, Paul James, and Matto's back. Hey, mate.
I'm back.
I didn't
I
ask
did
you
not
how
go
you're
to
going.
Mordor.
That would have thrown you off a little bit there.
Yeah, no, we did not go to Mordor this time. We went somewhere cold enough.
The Hobbits, the
Could
Hobbits,
be
the Hobbits.
went on a mountaintop, traveling to Mordor.
I can't even remember what excuse I made for. I probably went with the whole. I don't know. I don't know what story I told last week. Maybe I didn't even tell a story. That would
I
have been a bit
didn't watch it. I was too distracted having fun, so I didn't actually watch the episode.
Well, we've discussed it before we started recording this one. It turned out that Betts and I put together the longest episode in Patched history last week. And we've acknowledged that there's probably a part 2 that's required at some point to actually cover the topics that we planned to cover but didn't. So you might, I don't know, you can either tag along for that or enjoy a week
I'll just sit
off.
there. Yeah, sure. No, sure. I'll just sit there for 2 hours while you two just. Yeah. Oh,
really getting our bag about every single PlayStation.
And then we get to the 2 hour mark and say, Matto, what's your thought? Oh no, that's we've got too much time. That's it. That's it for that.
The extra
episode.
person adds an extra hour to it. We suddenly go 3.
Oh dear.
But we won't be putting on one of those sort of monster episodes today, though I don't expect it to be the shortest one of all time. It's our Patched Updates episode. We talk about all the games we've been playing lately. But between us, we've got a good 15, 16 games to talk about because, at least on my part, school holidays have been a factor, and that ensured that I got a lot of game time in. And I'm still playing a bit since. So, kick us off, Matto. What have you been playing lately?
Well, I'll start off with this. All my games I've played, I found to be very average.
Oh,
all these games I played, thought
very disappointing month.
Or disappointing. I don't know what you want to say. I played it. I thought, okay, cool. I don't want to play it again. Sort of situation. So the first one to start off with is The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening.
Oh, I was like, holy shit! Is he going there with Breath of the Wild or Tears again?
No, we're not that. But it is yet.
Are you playing it on the Switch too, though?
No, I play on the Switch.
Right, Link's Awakening. This is the Switch version, not the original version, right?
Yes, not the old Super Nintendo version.
Yeah.
No, not that
Game
one.
Game Boy version.
It's the more 3D like version.
And you played it on normal Switch, not Switch 2.
No, it's been out for years, hasn't it?
Yeah, but they put out an update for it because you know how I assume you've probably encountered this a little bit while you've been playing. You know how like performance is a little bit shit on the Switch. It's a bit chuggy and those sort of things at points.
Oh yes.
Switch 2 doesn't have any of those issues.
I've never been so angry.
They put out an update for it. So
I've never been so angry with combat in my entire life with that game.
Now, this is one of those ones that got the free update and the game just runs now.
Didn't realize that.
Essentially, the game was kind of uncapped on the Switch, but the Switch was the problem, and so because it was uncapped, it was then would kind of bounce all over the place based on what the hardware could pump out at the time. Now it just kind of fucking reaches the ceiling and of what the game can handle with no problems at all. So I don't know if you're done with Link's Awakening now, but might be worth popping it into the Switch 2 and taking that for a spin and seeing how that impacts your opinions on how it performs.
Well, I have played and finished it, and it has gone onto the list of another average Zelda game that I've played. I haven't played a good Zelda game in 10, 15 years. We've played Shitty Witcher, not a terrible game, but we've heard my reasons for it.
Not a Zelda game.
We won't go into that. Skyward Sword, I hated every minute of that, just because of the controls and just the stupid Wii motion stuff. Like most Wii games back in the day, where it was annoying. Let's just say that. And this one, I've never been so annoyed because every dungeon or every something that would happen. It's like, oh, hey, you got to go. Where the hell do I have to go? And I don't know where to go. It's like, go to this forest. I was like, where's the forest? Where's the desert? Like, I don't actually know where the hell I'm going here. It's just, it's probably the most Googled game I've played.
Yeah,
like,
right, okay.
Where the hell do I have to go? It's like, oh, I go to this desert. Like, where is it? What do I do? It's just incredibly annoying. It's just, like, every other Zelda game I've played, you just go here, here, and here, and it's done. I don't have to, like, Google anything. You're like, oh, what have I got to do and all this? It's just...
Yeah.
It's just like, it shows you the way. This does not show you the way. You have to find the way. which annoys me because I
which is
go
kind
to
of
this
classic
place.
Zelda 1 sort of design. But yeah, I guess it's an interesting perspective because like I played it on the Game Boy, so for me to go back to it and like, oh yeah, no, no, I can't remember this. How I discovered these things as a kid, I got no idea. It would have just been the fact that I had a shit ton of time and I
Oh
would have just stumbled and
no,
bumbled and eventually found what I wanted. But
I found as a kid back in the day, you don't really think too hard about it. You just go, I'll just go do this.
and then you
And
stumble
and
onto the thing.
it's like when you watch other kids play a game, you go, how the hell did you do that? It's like, and you scratch your head and go, I can't even do that. It's like, oh, it's because I think we just think too hard about what we're going to do while they just push a bunch of buttons and hope for the best, which is what I should really start doing is just push some buttons and hope for the best.
I do see my kids doing that with Mario Kart World, and Noah was in a UFO flying around today. I'm like, what?
How? I want to know how you fly a
I have no
UFO.
idea. I didn't
See?
know that was the thing. I haven't even seen reporting on it, but I'm sure it's a known thing. But like, he was in a UFO flying around. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Teach me, son. Teach me.
Yeah, teach me your ways. At the moment, I'm just keeping him contained to Mario Kart, and I'm not letting him jump into anything else yet because he's just going to spoil these games for me,
Damn.
becoming an expert
But,
out of nowhere.
and then, yeah, finally finished it. I thought, I never want to play that game again. But I
Yeah.
might try this on Switch too, just to see if my thoughts about it change.
Well, yeah, if you're not crazy about
I
the
don't know.
design of it, then I guess that is what it is. But some of your frustrations about the performance that should just completely disappear because the game apparently just runs perfectly now on Switch 2.
Oh, there you go.
And
I
literally
shall
just
try.
pop it in. It's not like Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom where you had to spend $20 or whatever to get the Switch 2 upgrade. It is just a patch that rolls out for the game and off you go.
Let's be honest. I do need another game to play on my Switch too because it's been sitting there for about a good month, not being
There's been a
touched.
very big, hard hitting Switch 2 exclusive that's come out in the matter of the last couple of weeks that you could be playing.
I could. I could be going collecting bananas and punching a.
Game of the Year contender.
Oh, oh, you have my attention. I just didn't really care about it. It's like, oh yeah,
It's
I'll
that
wait.
good. I mean, I'll talk about it in more detail soon, but like, it's that good. And
Oh, there you
I'm
go.
like halfway.
Oh, well, that one's done. Then I got onto another game. I was sort of, I would say, excited to play. I thought it's coming out. Cool. It's on Games Pass. I'll give it a go. And that was Tony Hawk Pro Skater
Oh yeah,
3 and 4. I did enjoy it.
you didn't.
I
Oh, you
didn't.
said. Yeah. I suppose you did say everything was just kind of okay.
I don't know
Um,
what it was. I don't know if it's because the music was really underwhelming. Because I know with 3 and 4, I think a lot of the soundtrack got taken
yeah,
out.
they've
I
altered
think
a fair bit soundtrack
altered a
wise.
fair bit. But it's
They've also
also
altered a lot of Tony Hawk 4, is my understanding too, to make it work in the Tony Hawk 1, 2, 3 sort of model.
really? Oh, no, I can't remember playing 4 back in the day. I played 3. I can't remember playing 4. But the weird thing is, I see those levels and go, I'm pretty sure I've played this before. But I don't know if I have or not. But I think
Um,
it's just also level design as well. I hated it about. It just had no flow. But that's just me.
in the original Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, you could roam around freely and accept missions at your own pace. In Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 plus 4, has basically stripped this freedom and implemented the 2-minute time frame to every level, which has changed a few of the goals in the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4
Oh.
maps.
Oh, okay. That would make sense then.
They kind of made it fit within the Tony Hawk 1, 2, 3 model and kind of stripped away some of that,
I,
that freedom.
I'd say that would explain why I didn't like the level design in 4 because I don't think
It
it was
wasn't
meant to
designed
be
for it.
built
Yeah.
for 2 minute things. They make so much sense now that you've said that. Because I'm looking at it going, this makes no sense what
And I
they've
don't really
done.
understand why. I don't understand why they did it. Like, why couldn't they have just remastered it the way it was?
That's what a remaster is, not just, oh hey, we're just gonna do it like
We're just going to change it.
3, but even though it's nothing like 3. What the hell? That makes so much sense. So then I was playing it and thinking, is it something wrong with me? Or is it I don't like the game? So what I decided to do instead is to go back, play Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, and that is so much better.
Loved it.
Soundtrack was so much better. I was just having more fun with it because for some reason, like we'll talk about our school holiday thing a couple of weeks ago, I remember where everything is. So it's just simple to do. Like, yep, that's here, that's here, that's here, done. Easy. Finished the
It was a
game in
good
like
time.
45 minutes, and that was it.
It was a
Not
real good time back in
also
the day,
also
and the remaster of 1 and 2 was great too. Yeah, I remember.
also just realizing how incredibly short those games are. But I think it's not about finishing all levels. I think it's just having fun and just being a dickhead. Like Noah in Mario with the UFO. I
And
still want to know how to do it.
picking up on some banger tracks along the way, especially like back in
Oh
the day.
yes.
If you didn't know them, like there's a lot of like a lot of bands and music that I added to my I wouldn't say library because it wasn't, but like I was downloading them on LimeWire off the back of hearing these songs in game. So
Wire.
always had to make sure you made sure that the file size was about right because anything if you weren't paying close attention, all of a sudden your Pirates of the Caribbean wasn't the Pirates of the Caribbean you thought you were getting. There was some booty, all right, but it wasn't the one you thought you were downloading.
Not that booty. A different type of
Shit.
booty. But yeah. So yes, I found 1 and 2 far more enjoyable than 3 and 4. But that's just me. Other people might think, oh yeah, but this, but that. It's like, yeah, whatever.
Now, it seems like the general opinion matches yours from what I've been reading and hearing.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's good. It's a good thing I'm not the only one just thinking that. So if they just took out 4 and just left with 3, I might have a different opinion on it. But both together, not a fan.
that's fair.
So then on to my next game, which is a game I've been slowly playing for about, I don't know, 6, 7 months. And it's only like a 5 hour game. Hellblade 2.
Oh yeah, okay.
I decided to push through this game because as of the 21st of July, which was last
About a week ago.
week ago, I no longer have Games Pass.
Oh, cut the cord.
Cut the cord, and I thought, what better way than to finish it off with a standard Xbox below average, or average, we say average, average game. Average. And it is overall, it's oh
It's fine.
good. It's fine. It's just the biggest problems with it that really drag it down big time is the combat, which we've all talked about, and the walking around. I think also too maybe a bit too heavy on the whole sound of
The psychosis
Senwa
again.
psychosis again. Maybe go on a bit too far with that. I thought it's good. Don't get me wrong, but I think I'm listening to it thinking I'm even getting annoyed listening to this. I thought just tone it down a little bit.
I mean,
I get why.
in part, I think it's still part of the design, like that you're meant to be getting bothered and whatever by it. But especially because it's always, make sure the headphones are on, make sure so you can get the 3D audio in one ear around different sides and through the other ear and all. Like, I get it, but you're right. It still gets too much. It can get a bit too much. And then it's kind of one of those weird ones. You're like, is it bad design? No. But then is this an enjoyable experience?
No.
No.
To a point. So
it's brilliant design, but also it's irritating and you don't want to engage with it. And it's not real life psychosis. You can just turn this shit off if you're not liking it.
And that's why they won an award for best audio for something that really annoyed people, even though it's not annoying, but it is. But it's not bad.
It's brilliant, but it's annoying.
It's brilliant, but brilliant but annoying. There we go.
Too much of a good thing.
Yes. So that's that done. That took all of 5 hours to complete. I thought, oh, it just ended. I thought, oh, cool, credits roll.
I very much want to see this team still succeed though. So just for anyone who's maybe not on Xbox, but maybe owns a PlayStation or something, or PlayStation specifically the console I want to talk about, it is coming to PlayStation in about 2.5 weeks. So August 12th is the release date. So
will it be at 120 frames?
It might be at $120.
Hey, $120. It's not a $120 game. Let's be honest.
But there is new stuff coming to it.
And put it on the Cine station of its AI upscaling generation image, whatever, and whatever ray tracing. That's the one. I can't keep forgetting about ray tracing.
Yeah, the ray.
Show me that ray tracing, baby. Well, it's not a baby. It's just a dry thing with one arm.
There's an enhanced version that will come. So the PS5 version is what it is. It's enhanced straight out of the box. There's an enhanced version that will come for the Xbox version day and date, as well as the PC one. The enhanced version will feature a performance mode with 60 FPS on consoles and a very high graphical preset on PC, among other enhancements. The original Hellblade's that's kind of cool. So the original Hellblade, did you ever play the original one?
I did, yes.
Yeah,
I
which
liked
was
it. I
far
actually
better
did
than
like
this.
it.
The original one gets a free upgrade also on PlayStation. So
Ooh.
you know, at the like when they got bought by Xbox, there was a native Xbox version of, or like series version of the original Senua's Sacrifice. PlayStation didn't get it because they'd been scooped up by Xbox. Well, now PlayStation people are going to get that same day as well. So yeah, there's a little bit going on in that space. Performance mode. There's a Dark Rot challenge mode. The Dark Rot will grow each time you fail. An enhanced photo mode, and then developer commentary as well. So, and this is all August 12th.
No, I don't want any commentary from it. I've already had to hear voices.
There's already enough voices in my
too many times, yes.
How does that work?
No,
like, you need to be able to clearly, it's like, this is your repeat playthrough now.
So, or do
you
they
know
just
what you need
take
to
out,
do, so just...
or do they, yeah, or do they just take out the Senwa voices and just put two people just talking at the same time?
Oi, champ, make sure you go and go pick up that thing.
Oh, I see that rock over there. I made that. Like, oh, how's that going to help me?
Why are you talking about the rock? Oh, I guess I better go there.
Oh, who wants lunch? No. That's just annoying. Then, finish for Hellblade 2, final Games Pass game. I feel so happy that I no longer have to pay for Games Pass.
That's fair.
I can just go buy games.
I think
be happy I brought a game instead of just playing a game and going, oh, that was okay. I could be excited for games again.
It is kind of becoming increasingly hard to justify it. Now, again, I'll make sure I put that disclosure out there. I think we've spoken about it on the show in the past, but for anyone who's maybe dialing in today, I did cut the cord on Game Pass maybe a year and a half ago or something like that. But it was just in the lead into Summer Games Fest that Xbox actually provided me with 12 months of Game Pass. So just keep that in mind with anything I say about all things Game Pass or Xbox between now and I guess June next year. It wasn't my own money that I put on it. I actually actively cut the cord on it. But they provided me a code because they said, oh, you want to check out all of this stuff that we're going to be announcing?
Probably not. Is it going to be good? Or is it going to be okay?
I mean, I'm looking forward to checking out the... So, Grounded 2 is out this week. For people who want, Gears, obviously that's out in just a matter of, 3-4 weeks. Then you've got... I've forgotten the name of it now, but the one that you're a lighthouse, the one that Double Fine is making. Keeper.
Oh.
Ninja Gaiden 4 will be in there. Like, there's good stuff coming. But they kind of made it sound like, oh, you're going to get some, really cool stuff, maybe Game Pass exclusive, like drops straight away. And that didn't really happen. So, either way, Tony Hawk, I guess, would have fit the bill. Either way, thank you, Xbox. But yeah, please, anyone keep in mind, anything I say about Game Pass, I'm going to share my own opinion, but then please just keep in mind that I am currently enjoying Game Pass thanks to Xbox.
He also talked about PlayStation for 2 hours last week.
You talk about PlayStation for 2 hours last week.
Just one subject. That's it. Yeah. Nothing more.
We planned 3 or 4 things, all PlayStation related. Only got to one of them, and it still took 2 hours. Can you tell I haven't had a PlayStation show now in 2-3 years?
God,
maybe 4 years.
4, maybe? I don't know.
Shout out to Dash, you lying piece of shit.
Nice cup.
Oh yeah, sorry, little plug. Thanks, PlayStation.
Horizon. Whilst we're talking about Games Pass. Alright, so moving on from Hellblade 2. The final game of this month. The game I finished, I don't even know I actually finished it today or not. I'm scratching my head over it. It was a game people got angry about because of one certain person who didn't particularly create the game, but created the whole atmosphere, creation thing, the fantasy thing. Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh, J.K. Rowling, okay.
Yes.
And you finished it today.
I finished it today. If people are getting angry at me, saying, oh, why'd you play that for? I brought it pre-owned, so she's getting no money from me, so shut your face. That's number one.
Fair.
And number two, I thought it was again okay because I'm not. I just realized when playing it, I'm not that big of a Harry Potter fan, so I don't really care
Ah,
about all
okay.
that magical crap. Except the only thing I know is the Wingardium Leviosa. That's it. I
Did you
didn't get to.
Avada Kedavra a few people though?
No, I should have, but that's when I got to the end of the game, and that's when I got that spell, which
Just start
I,
killing people.
to be honest, I could. I just can't be bothered
It actually works.
playing it anymore. It does it.
Yeah, it
Killing
actually
you.
works.
Oh, what on actual like NPCs? Can you do it? Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. I didn't actually do it myself, but
Oh damn!
I saw it. But
As I
hang on,
say, as I
Hogwarts.
say, if I was going to do it, I was going to do it on P's, but then I realized he's a ghost. I was like,
He's already
absolute
dead.
shit. I hope
Hogwarts
he got
Legacy.
that abracadabra thing to him.
Avada Kedavra
I want to know.
consequences. No, I'm pretty sure you can. There's no significant negative consequences for learning or using the unforgivable curse. Some characters may express disapproval or make negative remarks, particularly if you're used in front of them. There is no in-game punishment or impact on the main storyline. There's no morality system, but there you can use it willy-nilly.
Oh, but I'm pretty much at the end of the storyline, so I don't get to use it.
Ah,
I do.
just
I
get
go
it.
fight people, but
Once you finish the campaign, now just go kill people. Like, you're dead to me now. It doesn't matter. I've done what I need to do.
I will become the Voldemort of Hogwarts Legacy.
Yes.
Except I have a nose, and that's it. A functioning nose, I should say. But
I really enjoyed the game. And I guess that more of that disclosure. I was the one that reviewed it for Player 2. We got Center Code by Warner Brothers, but I also bought a copy of the game because I like Harry Potter. My wife is wild about Harry Potter. And yeah, that's it.
yeah,
I try
thought
not. I
was a
try not
fan
to
of
pump
Harry
her up
Potter.
too much. Like I'll play the game. I did my critique and I moved on. I wasn't going to sit there and blow smoke and be stupid about it. Did what I needed to do and moved on, rather than get involved in the online discourse about the whole thing. But yeah,
Yeah, and then I gave my character a name. I was going to call him uh, Gary Pickle, and somehow I misspelt his first name. I did not put Gary. I
oh
don't
no,
know how I did.
oh
No, I
no.
did not. No, no,
Ah,
it's not that weird. It's not that weird. For some reason, instead of putting like Gary, I put for some stupid reason put Grey.
Gary.
Grey Pickle. Grey Pickle.
Oh, Grey Pickle. Sorry, I didn't listen to that right.
Grey. For some reason, I called him Grey Pickle, and it took me 15 hours to actually realize I called him Grey. And I just thought, ah, shit. It's like even dialogue, everything. Have subtitles and all. His name's there. Never paid attention to it until his name was in big writing, playing some stupid game. I can't remember what it was. I looked at it and went, ah, no. His name's Grey. I was like, ah, oh, dear. I thought, ah, well, I'll stick with it.
I misheard you when you started spelling it out. I thought you were like Gary, like Gery. Gary Pickle.
I don't know how I put an E instead of an A, or even put Gray. I thought that would make sense if I accidentally put the R and the A around the wrong way, but instead I put an E, and I don't know why. I'm still scratching my head to this day. Even on a keyboard, they're nowhere near each other. The A or E. So I don't know what
Close-ish.
the close-ish,
They're a
I don't
finger.
know.
They're a finger away.
But not if you spelled it with a controller. So
Well, no. If you're
I
with
don't
a
know.
controller, yeah, that's a strange
Well, that
decision.
makes sense now. Actually, the R's next to the E. So there we go. So I must have just got lazy. Gone. Yep, that's close enough.
Shit. But no,
I don't know if I'm quite.
just an okay game though. Not gonna go back to it. Not gonna mess
I
around with
don't.
it any further.
I
Outside
say
maybe
if I
going
was.
to kill some bitches.
Oh, well, I will now since you've told me that.
Yeah, blow these fuckers away.
Abracadabra. But yeah, I think overall, to me it might have been just the combat side of things because it just wasn't the most exciting of combat. Even when I didn't know what magical spell to use on certain enemies, I just
Yeah,
went
it's fair.
fire and all fire. It's like, yep, fire. Do you lift or are you too fat? Can't do that. Can I slam you? No. Can I do this? No. Can I turn you into an object? No.
What am
What's
I
the
doing
bloody
then?
point of all these? What's the bloody point of all these magic tricks then if none of them work on anything?
When in doubt, okay, fine, kill you.
Death. Here you go.
It's a shame you unlocked it so late. No, you can't unlock it too late.
He was my favorite character, Sebastian. I will say that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You can follow through
I
those
don't know why.
those individual
Don't know
character
why.
storylines, and they get real
Yeah.
interesting. And I think Sebastian's was the really interesting one, if I remember.
I think it's the other one I did because all the other ones were just boring. It's like, oh, come help me save a dragon. It's like, no, I want to learn dark magic tricks. Don't want to save dragons. That's boring.
Yeah, pretty much. I'd agree.
And they got really dark, and I thought, yep, cool, I'll go this path. I went Hufflepuff.
Sorry, you
go
were a Hufflepuff. Oh no.
I just didn't care what house I went with. It's like, I don't care. What's the point? I'm not doing Gryffindor. I'm not Harry Potter. Could have got Slytherin. Didn't. What's the other one?
Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw. Didn't do that either. Was I Ravenclaw? No, I might have been Ravenclaw. I can't remember.
I was
That's how
Gryffindor,
little.
but
That's how little I cared about what house I was in. So like, the hat was talking to me. I was like, yeah, that'll do.
righto,
You can
Chad.
do this.
Just let's get me in the
Like,
fucking house and let's get on.
Here's your house. It's like, here's your house. Cool. That's done. Out of the way. Done.
At this point, I'm kind of shocked that because I can't remember what year it was now. Was it 2022 or 2023?
23.
I'm kind of shocked that we don't have a sequel announced already, and I'm sure it will come.
It sold a lot too.
Yeah. Release date. Yeah, February 10, 2023. So yeah, I guess we're 2.5 years removed. Like they've got to put that foot to the floor, get another one going quick. Any other thoughts on that one, or anything else spring to mind game wise?
No.
All right.
No,
Well, on my side then, we'll work our way up to some of the big hitters. So, like last month, I kind of mentioned that I'd been playing the Gex games. That was for the review on the Player 2 website. I just had Gex 3 to go at that particular point in time. Finished that one off. They're all pretty. Look, Gex 2 was still good, but overall they're all pretty forgettable for the most part. Nice to go back to it though and kind of get some nostalgia in there. And we were talking about that, I guess, with the holiday games thing and kind of the recall, being able to recall like what I was doing with some of these games back in the day, 25 years on in the case of Gex. Little Kitty Big City is a game that I played a little bit. That was an old Game Pass game that Xbox landed a few years ago. It's just come to PlayStation recently. Got sent a review code by Pop Agenda. Shout out to them. Played it. Good fun little game about a cat that falls off the balcony essentially and then has to make its way back up. Premise wise, that's as simple as it gets, but it's a really cool art style, really simple mechanics. Complete a few little goals and missions around the city. You build your stamina up, and then you're able to climb and navigate your way back up to the top. End of game. It was a nice 2-hour little thing. Good fun. I mentioned Mario Kart World there when it comes to my son. Still playing a little bit of that as well myself. Not too much because there's been a lot of other stuff that I wanted to try and tick off in the meantime. There'd been a few scenarios over the break where, the weather's been kind of shit. So parking my ass on the couch, I'm playing something on the big screen. He's got the Switch playing Mario Kart. I'm working through Expedition 33 or many of the other games I'll talk about shortly. So little bits of Mario Kart when there was an opportunity, but not that much. And I sense I probably won't be going back now for a while. My son's already just progressing my free roam save game in a million directions now because of UFOs and all this sort of shit. I've been playing on the PS3 Wonderbook Book of Spells. Now I'm working on a little bit of a feature sometime in the future for RPM. That's going to be all about it. We've kind of cooked up about a 2,000 word feature that I'm going to start writing up at some point about it. About not just that game, but the Wonderbook concept the PlayStation launched. Do you remember Wonderbook at all?
No.
It was like this physical book that on every page had like a QR style thing, like an AR
maybe.
thing. The PlayStation Eye, the camera would then look down on it, and would then AR render something based on whatever the image was that was on the book at the time, and would blow it all up. There was 4 games for Wonderbook. 2 of them were Harry Potter games, continuing on that trend, I guess, of Hogwarts Legacy. Book of Spells and Book of Potions. And there was a game called Diggs Nightcrawler and Walking with Dinosaurs or something. And I plan to play all four for the RPM issue coming up. But at the moment, my son and I have been playing Book of Spells. We get the PlayStation Move out. He waves it around. He starts casting his magic spells, and suddenly he's lighting shit on fire or whatever. It's really interesting to watch him playing it. Also, like I've been doing a good chunk of it, but when he picks up the control and gives it a bit of a go, typical kid thing. He's like waving it at the TV because you can see it on the screen, but actually you're meant to be pointing down at the book that might be sitting in your lap, or you're kind of flicking it off, to cast your spell in whatever direction. Kind of interesting, kind of seeing how kids handle that sort of technology, but that's fine. At the moment, I'm just looking at going, okay, there's a platinum coming up. I'm going to get that. That's cool. What else? Astrobot. They dropped their latest DLC, Vicious Void 2, with a whole bunch of new levels. Was there 5 new levels? They're all kind of those really hard semi-speed running. Well, there's every level's kind of got like a speed running sort of mode these days in it. But I think I was like the first in all my friends list to actually go through and play it, so I didn't have anyone to compare to. But apparently Max Cooper from the Pop Culturist, he couldn't match my times, but his daughter smoked me. So that makes me feel real good. She's like 7.
Don't think it. Just press the buttons.
Oh yeah. Actually, thank you. You've given me a good out for that. So shout out to the Pop Culturist, Max, and his daughter, who I hate you all. Where else? Speaking of Max, Anthem. I can't remember if I mentioned it actually since we started recording or whether I was talking about it beforehand, but Anthem is a game the old BioWare game that came out back in 2019 and tanked. Badly. Its online servers are being shut down in January of next year. That got announced, and I was like, all right, I need to make sure I tick this one off before I just can't play it, because as I learnt even along the way, there's no offline, even though this game has like a single player campaign that you can follow, you can't play this game offline. So myself and Max partnered up. He apparently had just gone and had a spur of the moment thing to actually go and start playing it. Me, I was like, oh, okay, I'm just like, now that this news is out there, I'm gonna download it and make sure I tick this box before I can't. And over the course of about 5 nights, and I think we played 3 or 4 out of the 5 nights, for maybe 2 or 3 hours at a time, just burned through the entire campaign. I can't remember what edition it was called, like Legion of Dawn or something. There was a whole bunch of gear, because I'd apparently pre-ordered that kind of, I wouldn't call it a collector's edition, but I think it was just a pre-order edition that then came with some extra DLC in it. All that gear was very much over-leveled, so I just basically, for the half of the campaign, I just instantly popped that gear on and just obliterated everything around me, as did Max, because he was obviously seriously over-leveled. He'd already been through and done the campaign before. But then, like, I caught up, and then I started getting a whole bunch of gear. It just became trivial before the end of it. So, rattled through that one. A BioWare game in, like, 10 to 12 hours. But fuck, there's some shitty design stuff. Like, they've kind of built their game, and then there's this big open world that you can just go out and kind of like a free roamy style experience, go out there and just see what there is. For certain campaign missions, there was like almost like a gate that they'd put up where, like, okay, you need to have done this. You need to have opened this many chests. You need to have melee killed this many enemies for some fucking reason to get through like a temple door. I don't know, almost like a rite of passage style thing. The one that was most infuriating were the chests. You had to, because you had to open, I think it was 15 was the number, which doesn't seem like a big amount, except that in Anthem, and Max had kind of forgotten this when we were playing through together, in Anthem, if you find a chest in the game, it's contained to that instance, but it only opens for the person, like it's only for the person who opens it. The other person doesn't get any of the rewards.
Oh, what?
So Max was like cracking these chests as we come along, and then I hit that gate that I can't get through, and I needed like 7 or 8 more chests. So I'm like, okay, fine, and like we finished playing one night. We're like, okay, this is not happening quickly at all. He quickly Googled and sent me a map that someone had published that showed where they all were. But even that, when you go into the big open world and there's other people playing, that's all instance as well. So like if you go into that little space and someone's opened that chest, you're shit out of luck. And so like I lost 4 or 5 hours of just one night, kind of spawning in and out, jumping in and out of this space, just trying to get chests. Fucking ridiculous. And some of the world events and stuff they had going, it was really really bad design. There's so many things about this. Like, surely BioWare didn't make this. Surely this is someone pretending to be BioWare. This just doesn't add up. I didn't even care about the story. Like, I was just button mashing my way through dialogue and holding circle to skip cutscenes. Like, I just did not care. It is such an un-BioWare game. I don't know. I'm still kind of shocked by it. But at least I kind of there's not going to be a BioWare game outside of like the Old Republic, which is an MMO, and I'm not going to go near it because it just takes way too long. There, I can at least have an opportunity to play and finish every BioWare game still, because I've ticked that one off before the thing shut down. I also looked at PSN profiles, and they rank like your achievement or your trophy completion. Like, they give it a letter grade, F through to A, and then there's an S tier. I'm an A tier. That's how many people bounce from this game. I've put like 12 to 15 hours into it, and I'm an A tier in terms of the number of trophies that I've achieved, because clearly everyone else is like, nah, fuck this. Game's shit. And bounced. So I can deal with it. What else we got left?
I probably should play it too, because I did buy it as well when it was $5, about 2 months after it got released.
Oh, yeah.
I brought it, haven't played it. So I
As a
probably
playing
should.
experience, it's okay. Like, flying around and that all feels really good. The combat's not too bad. It's just the same combat scenarios that you find yourself in over and over. And then the story, I didn't engage with. It's not to say it's necessarily bad, but I didn't engage with it. And then there's just some shitty design, like the stuff I was talking about before. But might be worth checking it out. And let me know. I might bounce in for a little bit and just kind of help at least accelerate you a little bit through it if you're keen. Let me know. Do you remember what you own it on?
Yeah, no, PlayStation.
Um,
But it's one of those things where when you said, "Oh, it took you 5 hours to open 15 chests," I'm thinking, no thanks. I don't want to be flying around trying to find 15 chests to open up a flaming gate.
Yeah, that really shit me. Couple more to go. I've been just, when there's little pockets of time, it's not something I'm just binging in huge chunks of time. I'm still, I think I spoke about it last updates as well. Still playing Forza Horizon 5 on PlayStation since that came across there, and Xbox sent me a code, which still is weird. But they sent me the code for it on PlayStation, and I just chip away, and I'll complete a few races, complete a few time trials, bash through a few signs and get some XP, whatever it happens to be. Might play it for like 15 minutes of time and knock off a few things. And like, okay, cool, that's been fun. Off I go and go look after the kids, or go and record something, or whatever it happens to be, or turn in for the night. I like that it's a really good thing that you can binge if you want to, and if you've got the time and opportunity to. And I have done that a little bit, but for the most part, I'm just 10, 15 minutes here, 10, 15 minutes there. I'll go into the Hot Wheels thing because Xbox, to their credit, sent me like the Ultimate Edition, so it's got that whole Hot Wheels expansion in there, which is really, really good fun to play. Forza Horizon 5's good shit. And have you seen, like, it's sold as many copies as Astrobot already?
I think you said that.
Yeah, like it's like 3 million copies on PlayStation already. Like, it's, people love it. Couple games left. The two big ones, I guess, the big game of the year contenders out of the whole batch for this month. We mentioned Donkey Kong Bonanza before. That game is crazy good, and I'm only like halfway through it. It's from the Mario Odyssey team. It does have a lot of stuff to collect, but not in the same way that Donkey Kong 64 threw too much to collect. I'm just like, there's gold over here. I'll just go and smash this gold up and collect all that, so that I never have to worry about being, whether I can or can't buy something, or smash up the gold so I can go and buy this map that'll help me find a Bananium gem that's somewhere, or some fossils that are laying around, because the fossils are like another currency that you can then use to buy costumes and stuff. And if it was just cosmetic, I wouldn't care about it, but some of those costumes you can spend a bit. I don't know how much you know about the game. There's like these Bonanza states that Donkey Kong can get into. He transforms into this gigantic ape who shows a whole lot of ass. Everyone's talking about Stellar Blade and Wu Chang and how how overly sexualized they are. Just take a look at Donkey Kong in Kong Bananza mode, and feel free to Google that one before.
Okay, I'll have a look.
It's um,
Donkey Kong. What's the word?
just type Kong Bonanza.
Kong
And then you might
Bonanza.
need to find an angle which is almost like a gameplay angle because you'll see him from behind. Um, and it's because actually, even as I look through it, I might even just type what happens if I type booty on the end. Oh, yeah, there we go. And of course, the article comes from Press Start, but there's one from Polygon. Like, I just typed ass, or actually I typed booty on the end after typing Kong Bonanza, and that gives you the screenshots you need. Like it's a whole lot of DK ass when he's in that mode. But while you're searching up that, there's like a transformation.
Oh wow!
Like he just kind of hulks out in that state.
That is all ass.
Yeah.
Was he wearing pants to start off with?
He does wear like pants or shorts beforehand. Yeah. So.
What the hell?
But when he's in that Bonanza mode, just strips right down.
Goes full Hulk.
So that's the Kong Bonanza, but there's like a Zebra Bonanza where he turns into like a zebra and suddenly he just runs really fast. I believe I've just entered an area where I think I'm going to be able to transform to an ostrich next, which will give me some flight. But then you can chain these things together. I haven't had to do that yet, but my understanding is you can kind of chain them together and go from one to the other based on the needs of the scenario. I'd imagine there's probably some kind of difficult challenges where you need to, I don't know, fly out here, hit the ground, transform into the zebra, take off over this surface, bash through some really, heavy materials at the end as the big Kong Bonanza. I don't know how they kind of do it, but my understanding is you can. So I assume there's some difficult challenges there. It's the Odyssey team, and they kind of went with some pretty intense, difficult stuff in the post game for Odyssey as well. So. But mate, this game is so good. Like you were talking before about needing something to play on your Switch 2. Cannot recommend it any higher. This is like the review scores that people have been giving it, and like it's I think it's sitting on like a 90 or 91 on Metacritic at the moment. It everything I've played so far meets that. There's skill trees in it as well, so you can kind of like as you get every 5 banana like golden bananas or bananium gems that you collect. You unlock a skill point. You can invest that in then like DK's strength in terms of how he punches through the materials. You can invest it in his health. You can invest it in different perks for the Bonanza transformations. There's a whole bunch of ways you can kind of customize the experience, which doesn't necessarily matter if you then go and decide I'm going to do everything, because you'll just unlock everything anyway. But it's really, really good. Like I can't fault the game in any way so far. It looks incredible. Even my concerns when I previewed it at the Nintendo, like the Melbourne experience, I was a bit worried about the camera and some of the. I haven't seen any performance issues that have been kind of highlighted so far. Now I don't know if they've pushed a patch because I wasn't playing it pre-launch. Jess did the review for us, but I haven't seen any of the performance stuff that people were reporting so far. But maybe that's also just down to how I'm playing. I'm bringing a lot of SteamWorld Dig sort of attitudes to it. Like I'm really careful about the way that I kind of dig down into the surface and then kind of snake my way around. He's got this big like ground pound sort of ability that then almost casts like a sonar thing, so you can see if there's a gem or a fossil or something nearby that you can go after. So then I'll just kind of cut my way down. It's not total chaos. I'm like carving out a network of tunnels as I move around. Maybe that puts less stress on the Switch 2. I don't know. But it's been great so far. I'll inevitably I'll be talking about it again with our updates next month, and I'd like to think I'm done by then. But I'm having a really, really good time with it. So highly recommend it, mate. You should absolutely. I don't know, like I don't know what the cheapest way is to get it now, but worth getting your hands on. And the last game, I'll say there's another game that I've been playing. Everyone just check the Player 2 website later tonight. I think it's about 11 p.m. is the embargo. I was referencing Xbox before. They've helped me out with something, so you can go check out a preview thing that I've got there later tonight. But So the last game that we'll talk about for this one is a game that you've already finished, that people have been screaming and shouting about for months now as like the game of the year. It's Clair Obscur Expedition 33, which I finally got done. Went back to it. School holidays were good to me, and I just, in about 4 or 5 nights and some seriously lengthy binges, got that game finished. Finished the Act 1, so I got to see the big moment there. And then was just fascinated the whole way through as I kind of watched, as obviously spoiler alert for people, as Gustav dies and then Verso gets introduced, and then they kind of explain how his story works, and everything starts to come out about Mael. Like I was hooked by the entire thing. I absolutely love it. Since I'm not done with Donkey Kong, and I'll just kind of reserve my judgment until I'm completely done. Right now, this is my game of the year, like many people seemingly, but it was good to go back to it. I was getting a bit worried about like the likes of it and Monster Hunter Wilds as two of my most anticipated games of the year that had kind of fallen onto the back burner. Monster Hunter is I mean, we spoke about this I think last updates that I was really hopeful to get that done over the break as well. Didn't get there, but I've kind of got myself in a pretty good place with my game to do list right now. That I think Monster Hunter is still pretty close, but just thrilled to have been able to play Clair Obscur, get through all of it, see the story out, and geez, like I'm kind of tempted to do a New Game Plus run and just like bulldoze everything.
Yeah, I would too, but unfortunately, my saved file is on Games Pass.
Oh shit, you played it? Okay, right.
But, however, I do have the PS5 version because
Oh,
the
that's
game
right.
was
You
so.
got the physical, didn't you? Yeah.
I bought the physical because the game was so good. I felt like it was not fair to just
To
play
get
it
the
on
game for
Games
nothing.
Pass and not, get the game for nothing and not give. Was it Sandfall?
Sandfall Interactive, yeah.
Sandfall Interactive my money because they deserve my money, no
Pretty
matter
much.
what. For that game, it was like, yep, no complaints. Here, take my money. You'll hear nothing from me except
Yeah.
bloody good game. And SK, my favorite companion.
Oh, SK. Holy shit. Yeah. See, I had no idea who that. Like, when we, and I think we'd spoken about this a little bit. I'd just gotten to the Gestrel village, so I hadn't met SK yet.
Okay. Yes.
Every time we'd been talking about, it, I was like, I don't know. So, oh, just a really good game. It's not the masterpiece that everyone's talking about. Like the lack of mini map is frustrating. Like really frustrating. I think that's a massive oversight. It was a little like there was some elements that I wish the side quests and a lot of the optional stuff really opens up only at the end for the most part.
Yes,
and I wish they'd kind of sprinkle that in or kind of drop some of these things at different points that you can actually go and access it at that time. But instead, so many of these places, like you'd go to approach an area that's not on the main path, and you see this big dangerous text appear as you're about to go into the region off the world map. And you're like, oh shit! And if you went in there, you would get your ass absolutely reamed. It was completely
I saw the
unapproachable.
dangerous. Yeah, I saw the dangerous things. Like, yeah, whatever. Yeah,
I think
I'm not scared.
right?
And they go straight in there, destroy it. Like, okay, fair enough. I'll leave.
So I wish they kind of maybe balanced a few of those things and kind of drip fed it through rather than have to do it all at the end or a new game plus one.
Yeah, they should have done like a Mass Effect 2 style, where it's just like you get halfway through the game and then someone wants some assistance.
Yeah,
sort of thing. But yeah, I do.
And you could opt in if you wanted to, but yeah.
Yeah, it just seemed a bit weird. Like, oh, you finished the game and then, oh, hey, can we go do this? I thought, could have done this through midway through the game. Would have been so much better instead of just leaving it all at the end.
Like narratively, it makes sense. Like, okay, the clock is ticking. We could all get wiped out.
Ah, yes.
So I guess it kind of makes sense narratively to not do that, but also it's a video game. We can kind of break the fourth wall a little bit and kind of lean into video game tropes for the betterment of the actual game itself. But I mean, these are all pretty minor flaws for the most part. The gameplay is awesome. The combat's great. The platforming when you have to do it is not so awesome, but fine. It's not a platformer. No. some of the UI stuff, like it wasn't always clear what I was selecting or who I was selecting when it came to the menus and those sorts of things. They could have signposted that a
Oh
bit better.
yes,
But this is
yeah.
all really tiny stuff that just they'll make a second game now, whether that's like another expedition game or whatever. Um, I love seeing some of the people go, oh, they'll make Expedition 34. I think I heard an interviewer ask Ben Starr that. I'm like,
That makes no
you
sense.
haven't
That's
played
the
the game.
previous. It's like
That's the
if
previous group. They're
that's
dead.
the previous group. We could no spoiler there. They're dead. Don't worry about that.
There's a reason why Expedition 33 is going at. But anyway, and that I guess there's technically no reason for spoilers again. Sorry, people. There's no reason for an Expedition 32 now, but maybe there's some other threat that emerges down the line, and that can be then what prompts a new game.
We go into just another spoiler that will make no sense. Go into another painting.
Yes, yeah, that could be really cool. It'd be really cool because the whole thing, and again, still spoiling people. This whole painters versus the writers sort of background story. That very much becomes the primary story as you get to the end. It'd be kind of cool to play a game through that's maybe the whole writer's perspective and what's going on and how this kind of little battle's kind of going on. So, and if they do, or whatever the game is next, even if it's not the Expedition kind of universe, I think they'll learn a lot from some of those smaller things and probably look to implement them with the next game. It was kind of cool seeing them on social media this week. They've been over to Square Enix and been chatting with a whole bunch of some of the leads there on some of the Final Fantasy games and stuff, and I'm hopefully sharing with them some ideas so that Square Enix goes back to do some more turn-based from time to time. Even though they've also come out and gone, no, we're not changing our plans. But you can do other stuff. They were even hanging out with Kojima the other day.
Yeah, Kojima loves the game.
Yeah.
He's a big fan. Did they do it at the zoo? Or just in a nice... Oh, no, because Kojima was here in Australia or something, and all he was talking about was he went to the zoo.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I wanted to go that one in Melbourne, but yeah, didn't get a chance to. So, but he'll be back. 3/4 of Death Stranding 2 is set in Australia, so that's a game. Well, actually, I've still got to play the original, but that's a game still on the to do list from this year, and that sounds like that's kind of the other big one for Game of the Year consideration that I need to get to, but we'll see. So casting an eye forward, then that's all the games. Like I said, people, please go check out my preview that's going up later tonight or later today. Thank you, Xbox, for the opportunity there. I won't. You can probably guess, people, what that game is, but I won't talk about it now. What do you see yourself playing over the course of the next month or so?
No idea.
Anything?
Go look through my pile of collections of games I haven't played and see what's in there. Maybe
Fair.
Hades.
Ooh.
Maybe Hades. Give Hades a go.
We've got to be getting close to Hades 2 now, because that's...
Oh, yes.
That's meant to be this year still. They continue to double down on it, and they say it's coming to, like, Switch 2 will be the first console, along with the PC 1.0. So I reckon you're right, that's got to be really close. Hollow Knight's getting close whenever that drops, but that's still meant to be this year before the ROG Ally Xbox version comes out. So, fuck. But here's some games for August, if any, and obviously we mentioned Donkey Kong as well. Definitely put that on the list, mate. But here's some games for August, if any of them speak to you at all. Mafia: The Old Country comes out on August 8th.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Tales from the Shire, the little Lord of the Rings game. In Hobbiton, I think you're just a bunch of little hobbits enjoying life.
So surely couldn't be any worse than Gollum.
No, I don't think it'll be worse than Gollum. We mentioned Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. You won't be going back to that. I might, but that's because all of I binged the first one on PlayStation. Wouldn't mind having that continuity going. Drag and Drive, or Drag X Drive, the wheelchair basketball game that Nintendo was making.
Oh,
that comes
yeah.
to Switch 2,
Okay, yeah.
August 14th.
What a stupid name still. I still stand by that.
It's still a shitty name, yeah. But also, I forgot a game. I've been speaking of stupid names. I've been playing Super Mario Party Jamboree Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV. That is the name of the game.
What?
So it's Super Mario Jamboree, the Switch game, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus the new content, Jamboree TV. Like, it's just, and that's the game's name. And it's all kind of using there's a whole bunch of mini games at it that use the mouse functionality. the microphone, the capabilities of it, and if you have the camera, the
Yes.
camera, there's like
Yes.
3 mini games that use the microphone and the camera each, but then the majority of it is all around the mouse, and those mouse mini games are pretty good for the most part. But it's like the core game plus some extra stuff. It was fine. But I did actually completely forget that. But yeah, so Dragon Drive, Sword of the Sea. That's the new game from Giant Squid. The team they did. Oh damn it! I've just gone blank on the name of the game. But they're a whole bunch of ex Journey developers. Hang on.
Oh, is that the skateboarding one?
Yeah, you kind of like
Yeah,
yeah,
I
you
know
kind
what
of
you're talking
like
about.
surfing on a sword through through the desert and over the ocean and stuff. That comes out this month. That looks unreal. Gears of War Reloaded is out this month. Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar, the new Story of Seasons game comes out. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater comes out this month. Lost Soul Aside comes out this month. There's a few games all due to roll out over the course of the month. Um, I don't intend to play all of those games, but they're all kind of relatively interesting to me for the most part. But I'm just looking at okay, I'll finish up Donkey Kong, and then it's okay time to move on to. I still want to kind of go back to South of Midnight, get that one done, and then Monster Hunter. They're kind of the games in order. The Anthem thing coming along like it did, very much a spur of the moment thing, but that coming along when it did kind of derailed the plans a little bit. But it's fine. I ticked off a game that I would have probably looked to try and tick off before it got shut down anyway, so it's done. Anything that I've gone through there, you've gone, oh yeah, I can play that. Gears,
No, no. Gears. Actually went and brought Gears the other day for like $4.
nice.
The Ultimate Edition. $4.
Well, yeah, that'll work because then you can get your free upgrade still from Xbox. Or, I mean, I pre-ordered a physical copy on PlayStation because I want that physical version of Gears of War on a PlayStation because that's just cool. After everything, but there's some good stuff, but it's not like there's a lot of stuff, but I don't know if it's necessarily a big blockbuster month at the same time. I haven't played really any of the Mafia games. Matt Houston though was losing his mind over that. Senua Saga, been there and done it. Gears, I've been there and done it, but it's also nice and short, and I will play Gears. I don't know. Yeah, plenty of stuff, but not like this big blowout Rockstar month. So I'm okay with that. And if that can just continue for the rest of the year, that'd be good. But I do look at September and go, oh, Borderlands is coming. Final Fantasy Tactics is coming.
Oh yes.
Ghost of Yotei is not too far behind. Pokemon Legends ZA is not too far behind. We're getting close to that window where some of the big shit's coming. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D, Outer Worlds 2.
That's still Metroid Prime 4 is still meant to be coming out.
Yeah, that still hasn't got a date yet.
Sometime this year.
There's nothing of major significance, as far as I recall, that actually has a date for November yet. Which is, I don't know, a little bit worrisome in some ways. Hang on, let me double check before we wrap this up. November. Yeah, there's nothing really of significance. There's that Can, the one where you're kind of climbing up a rock, like a mountain face.
Oh, yes.
And one of those in a Zoomer 11 Victory Road, like a soccer game. Made by Level 5. There's really nothing for that for November, December, and that's probably where Hades and Hollow Knight stake their claim, I reckon. Fuck. I don't like it. It's problematic. All right. Any other thoughts?
No, none.
All right. We'll wrap things up there. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. All the buttons are down below. Hit the notification bell. That way you're alerted to every new episode the moment it goes live on the channel. That includes episodes of Patched. There's Let's Plays. We've got shorts, a whole bunch more. Check out the YouTube channel for all of it. Visit the website, player2.net.au for reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news features, links to the podcast series Patched, the Player 2 Pixelcast, and Dev Diary. Like I said before, check out the preview that is going live on the website later tonight from me. But there's a whole lot of stuff going up on Player 2 at the moment. It's kind of been a bit of a busy season regardless. Lots of people are doing lots of stuff at the moment. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/player2au, kicking a few bucks, lower tiers, early access, higher tiers, monthly episode exclusives. And finally, there's socials. Matto
Phil.
Paul Jazz Games myself. The website is player2au. And until next time, thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you later.